We just picked up the Model Y and we are about to go on a first drive. Let's go. So literally took delivery 3 minutes ago from the Chattanooga service center. And it's phenomenal. I'm so glad that they didn't remove all this wrappers because I get to do it. In all the Teslas that we've taken delivery, we have never been able to do that. So this is the first drive. First of all, it feels amazing. The build quality was great. There was no issues whatsoever. And the Tesla service center is so good. And you know what's cool about this car? And this is the first car that I've had it where you don't have to do this, is I can start using FSD right away. Look at that. So I guess just even a year ago, you had to calibrate your FSD and you couldn't use it for about like 60 miles or something, right? But you have to let it drive, right? So now these cars are actually on FSD, gets out of the factory and just goes, parks itself. So that's really, really cool. So you can see that I can use FSD immediately. This is the launch edition, so it already comes with FSD, supervised, of course. And it's doing a fantastic job already. So first off, it feels like a Model 3, of course, right? The newer Model 3, but there's a couple different aspects to it. This accent and speaker is slightly different. This is Alcantara on the launch edition. Make sure I'm paying attention. But the first thing I notice is, man, it feels so quiet, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Like compared to like I think maybe that back little cover at the top makes a little bit of a difference. But man, it is so quiet compared to our 2021 Model Y that we currently have. So the drive, I mean, maybe, I don't know, people were complaining about it being too quiet or something, but I'm not really sure if that's the thing. You know what's funny about this is if you look at your side, there's that little triangle with like kind of like a warning. We made those labels back in 2018-19. It was like that exactly, very, very similar. And we actually put a little exclamation point, like a warning sign, because we felt like we don't want people to use it, because back in the day, there wasn't a software. So basically, if you use the emergency latch, this thing wouldn't come down for a little bit. I mean, eventually they changed it with the software and then they were able to do that. However, that's why I think they put that. A lot of people don't know it's like that it's a button and it's not quite clear. So they end up using this, which can damage the car. So that's just kind of funny seeing that. It brings back a lot of good memories. But it feels really, really good. Of course, this is going to feel very, very similar to the Model Y if you have all the way up to a 2025. For some reason, this says 2026. So I'm not really sure if they started changing that. But typically, Tesla used to pretty much say like the year that it was built. Unless it was like a December build, then they would put it as the next year. So maybe that's something that they're starting to do, is maybe they're changing that. Like most automakers, if it's 2025, they say that's a 26, right? I don't know if this is really a first drive because I'm not really driving. Is it a first drive if you're not driving? First FSD drive? I don't know. We might have to change the title on that one because I'm not really doing much. What do you think? Does it feel good? Any different?
It's kind of weird with the plastic.
I'm going to keep this on forever. I'm not going to remove it. I'm just kidding.
Well, the seats feel nice.
Yeah, so a big difference on the newer seats on the Model Y compared to the previous one is actually ventilated, right? So you can actually do cool. So you can see right here, you could do heat. Oh shoot, I actually removed that one. So let me just do... All right, so you can see right here, you can do heated and you could do cool. Once you click on this, it's on auto right now. Whoa, that car in front of us was
You're gonna name it.
It's asking me to name the vehicle. I don't know yet. I need to think about this for a second. It's a very big decision. All right. This is so cool that I can use FSD. That was so this is so fun because this is literally the first car ever, where I didn't have to drive like 2 hours or even longer than that, right? Because when we first picked up our Model 3 in 2018, I had to drive 4 hours, right? The closest center from where I was back then, which was Oxford, Mississippi, was all the way in Nashville. So I had to drive all the way from Oxford to Nashville to pick up our Model 3. So this is nice because it's literally 10 minutes from our warehouse, and we can literally get started on working on this car and coming out with products for you guys. So really excited that we don't have to do all this travel.
Gotta keep the pink.
What pink? Oh, the reason why it's pink is because my daughter loves pink, and it saves the profile, right? So my log, I mean, you saw that, right? Like it used my profile. So since it was pink, I'm just gonna actually keep this lane, take over a little bit. Now I'm driving. So since it saved the profile, that's why it's pink.
But, is that why you have the rainbow road?
Yes. It's funny because also my daughter, when we're on rainbow mode, she says she can't see the rainbow, so I have to put my arm over here just so she can see the rainbow right here. So this is fun. Kids love Teslas. So one thing right off the bat is this Model Y Launch Edition actually has a stock, but all it does is an indicator right here, left and right, and that's all it does. It doesn't do anything else. There is no right stock, which is pretty redundant because, as you know, you can do the park. One other thing is you actually have it up here. I don't know if you can see that a little bit. Right here. Do you see that? I don't know how to activate it. There we go. That's activating it right here. It lit up. This is very much similar to the Cybertruck. The Cybertruck has that over there. Never used it. So will I ever use it? Probably not, but it's kind of cool to have that as an option, right? But most of the time you're going to be using this. Some people use the auto function where you just press the brake. It goes, based on the camera. It uses the front. It goes to drive, or it goes on reverse. So that's unique. The wheel feels very, very similar to the Model 3. So I'm coming from a Model 3. That's been my daily driver for a while now, and the Cybertruck. But this feels pretty natural. I mean, very, very similar. I don't really see. We're going to check to see if I'm pretty sure it's the same part. So a lot of our accessories are actually going to fit on this. Same thing with this. The difference is that little triangle logo that we showed you earlier. So, but it feels very, very similar. I don't really feel like it's a different vehicle. Like as far as like the height and everything, I'm pretty sure it's the same, right? Same as the Model Y. But I mean, it feels like a Model. I mean, inside. I mean, I don't want to say this, but like inside, it feels like a Model 3, like a higher Model 3, right? But at the height, I mean, it feels like a Model 3, but at the height of a Model Y. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I like being a lot higher. The Model 3 is such a fun car to drive, especially the rear wheel drive, but like maybe I'm getting a little older, but like getting in and out of like that low, it's really nice to getting in and out of something much higher. So that's really nice. So maybe I am getting older. It's a reality check over here. But yeah, I mean, it is quiet. Let's maybe like play something. I don't know.
Check out the sound system.
All right. Well, we can't really play some of these songs because like copyright, right? All right, we're gonna stop that because we're gonna get flagged on YouTube probably. But that sounds good. All right, we'll probably do another video, but I'm not a sound person. But we do have a friend that is a autophiliac, so we might audio nerd. So they're gonna, maybe they could do some tests and see how good the audio quality is from, the previous gen. Maybe we'll do a comparison. But it sounds really good, nice bass. I like it. It is so quiet. Maybe that's why people are complaining. Like, I think there was an article where they're like, people said it was too quiet. They could hear it in motor noise. So it's not that the motor got louder. It's just that they've done such a good job, right? With like the dove pane windows and the ceiling of it, that they're just like, this is too quiet. I mean, that's not really a problem. I like it like that.
Hold on the window and see how much.
Okay. Oh, wrong window. Still do that.
That's
Silence.
crazy.
Yeah, they've done a really good job on the seal. And obviously the double pane windows help a lot, especially not just for wind and noise, but also for, temperature, right? To keep all that heat and all that cool, whatever it is. So during the first drive, there's something that you should always do when you get a Tesla, and you should launch it. This is the launch series, right? So I got the dynamic set up right now. It's on chill. It's not on chill. We're never on chill mode. We're always on sport mode. And we should be good. And then this model has an acceleration boost. This is not a performance, but it has the acceleration boost, which is a software upgrade, which is a little bit faster than the normal one. So let's go ahead and push this. Okay, this is not safe, so I'm not gonna push it. What I'll do is I'll get to our driveway. There's a really nice strip and there's no cars around. We'll do it there. We don't want to do it out here and endanger people. That's probably a bad idea. But go back to FSD. This is the boringest drive back because I'm not doing anything. But all I can say is like really good things. We've been anticipating this car for a long time. I know the release was very exciting, and then they started having demo drives. We didn't have the opportunity to have demo drives. We didn't have one in Chattanooga. So we've got a lot of photos, we've seen it, but this is the first time we're actually driving this. So absolutely love the feel of it. Very familiar car. And I think they've done such a good job. And I think the Model Y Juniper is going to be very similar to the Model Y Highland, right? On the outside perspective, it doesn't seem like it's much different. It'll feel like the previous gen, but what they've done is they've taken a lot of the feedback that's on the back end, the things that are small, right? Like the wind noise, or like the seats being electric, right? All of these things they've kind of taken into account, and they've added into the features of the updated 2025 or 6, I guess, Model Y Juniper. So it's hard to kind of talk about it because it feels very, very similar, but until you really spend some time in it, it's very subtle. Like the wind noise is very, very small. It's absolutely quiet. But all of this front end, right? I mean, it's very, very similar. So it's hard to kind of talk about it. Like the roof is pretty much the same. However, it's quite not at the same time. They added a feature just like they did with the Cybertruck, where it pretty much blocks out all UV, infrared, and all that stuff. So, you don't have to worry about skin cancer or anything like that. So those are just small things, right? Like on the front end, like it's hard to tell like what actually changed. It's like, oh, same roof. It's actually not the same roof, right? It's much more improved. So it's really cool to see some of the improvements that they've made since 2020. I think 2020 was when Model Y was first released, because that was our first model, Model Y. And they've taken all that into account, and then pretty much took some of Model 3 Highland's tech, some of the Cybertruck tech, and you can see the light bar in the front. And they did it in like 3 little light bars. It'll be a lot easier to repair compared to like a giant 1 light bar on the Cybertruck. So you can see a lot of work went into really improving this Model Y, and I really appreciate the Tesla team for working on this to come out with this launch edition of the Model Y. So we'll go a little bit more into deep detail and dive into it a little later, but I think we're just really excited to get the car. We didn't know we were going to get the car today. They were able to move it further down the line and actually get like 2 days or 3 days earlier, which is phenomenal. So thank you so much to Chattanooga Tesla for hooking us up and always being awesome to us. We're so grateful that we're next to a service center. So yeah, I mean, we're almost there. This has been a fantastic drive. I'm just excited that you can actually use FSD immediately. We're about to get to our driveway, or I guess like the strip. Let's freaking launch this thing. All right. Is there anything else? trailer mode. Oh yeah, by the way, this comes with a trailer hitch. So you can do trailer mode, which is cool. You don't have to get it, but like, why not, right? Launch Edition comes with it already. So if you don't get it, I don't know, I feel like you should. Start FSD from, yes, I'm going to FSD everything, of course. Locks, we got the keys out here. We got the seats, you know, just checking it all. Got some lower. All right. We're just gonna hang out right here. You ready?
Yep.
So typically you want to hold 1, 2. It never gets old. It never gets old. Sweet. We are at the warehouse in Tesbro's headquarters. We have the Model 3 Highland that's half wrapped. R&D car, of course. We got the older Model 3 that's Marla's car. And then we are on inside the Model Y. So glad you enjoyed the first drive. We're absolutely excited. We have a lot more content now. We're pretty much going to be doing content all week long about the Model Y Juniper. So hopefully you're excited about that as much as we are. Make sure you click on that subscribe for more content about Model Y. We'll see you later.